All right. Okay, so corset. Slow drafting table, apparently. Sure. Kind of curious if there's Magic gaming stores in my area. There probably are. Yeah, looks like a couple. All right. There we go. Hey Scott, hey QB. Yeah, I'm gonna play I think Corset today. I think tomorrow we'll probably do our next tryout day. I want to check out Evil Genius 2. That's just come out. Cleansing Nova. I was about to say, I really feel like Core 19 pushes you into white at a higher rate than you want to be in white for. Humankind got delayed. That's unfortunate. That's 2 big delays for me this year. Ashes of Creation got delayed as well. I mean, this is an obvious Cleansing Nova. Cleansing Nova is a fucking bomb. There's other good cards in the pack. Courser's okay. Bailiff, okay. Artificer can be okay. I don't like to build around it. I like to have some artifacts and pick one up. Rabid Bite's fine. Cleansing Nova is a fucking bomb. Having board clears and limited is crazy. Hey, Bylus. Thanks for 11 months.
Almost 1 year.
Have I tried the live drafting before? What do you mean, Scott? Do you mean on the client? Or do you mean in person? I'm not sure what you're asking. Morning, Tom. Jesus Christ. All right, well, what the hell was in this first pack that the player passed Vivian in limited? They had a pick already. What the hell were they taking? They took an uncommon over Vivian. What uncommon is better than Vivian? That doesn't make any sense. Jesus Christ. All right, paid actor, fine. I mean, I hate white-green. It's my least favorite color combination, but I mean, what am I going to do? It's first pick Cleansing Nova into Vivian Reed. You'd take reinforcements over Vivian? I wouldn't. Maybe an M19 I would. And this mixed core set I wouldn't. No, I still wouldn't in M19. What am I talking about? All right, QB. So there will be some content for us on Humankind. Can you actually I'll copy paste that to Tom in the games channel. All right. All right, let's pick 3.
A new subscriber.
Scott gifting some subs. Thanks for gifting subs, Scott.
We are
All right.
building an army.
So it's a lot of weird cards in this pack. They're all pretty low power. So there's no reason to pick a card that isn't green or white here, besides an artifact, clearly. Because the black, blue, and red cards just aren't very good in this pack. Chaplain's fine. Majesty can be strong as well, although we already have a position. Majesty doesn't combo particularly well with either of these. You want a board presence for Vivian. Cleansing Nova, you want to do the opposite of putting a bunch of creatures down. The Rock's Oracle is fine. The Sky Scanner is fine. The Chaplain is fine. None of these are exciting. Maybe Sky Scanner over Oracle. Skyscanner is not a body. It's just essentially sometimes you get some value out of it being an air, like a chip air piece or a sacrifice piece, but it's pretty low value if you just play it as a 1/1 flyer for 3 that draws you a card. The Oracle at least has a 4/2 body attached to that. This is more in line with us. Another Skyscanner. It's not super exciting. The white cards are pretty bad. Aerial Engineer is fine. There's a world in which we play Aerial Engineer. Shieldmare is fine. That's a little bit tricky, actually. The Skyscanner makes Engineer slightly more interesting. It is our first artifact synergy. I do that too, Disheveled Human. I do that as well. I actually made myself stop. I actually drafted quite a bit on Monday and then didn't stream it. Then Tuesday, I'm like, no, fuck that. I got so tilted Monday too. I'll tell you guys about it in a minute. I don't know between Shieldmare and Engineer. I would like to actually play white and green with these 2 cards here. So part of me is just going to grab that Shieldmare. Shieldmare is a really nice body. All right, what's this?
You have returned.
Absolute Royale. I guess it's supposed to be Royale.
Good morning, everyone.
One day I'll get it right, man. Thanks for the 2 years. Appreciate the resub. This looks like a Basilisk to me. Drill Master is fine. Basilisk is a much better unit for what we want with this. We're sitting back with things like Cleansing Novas and Vivians. Happy to just have a body on the board. Oh, Dr. Nobody. Okay, so I missed Tom's question. He asked, what did he ask? Oh, Scott's question. Have you ever tried live drafting in Arena before? Yeah, I have. Okay, Recollect, a little bit more valuable with Cleansing Nova and Vivian in the deck. Second Basilisk is fine. Gallant Cav is actually pretty decent for this deck, and we don't have any 4-drops yet. That's actually really hard. How many cards? 10? So it's pretty unlikely that we wheel the Recollect. Is this a Recollect deck over Cav or Basilisk? The fact I already have a Basilisk and that Cav is not as good in this format as it is in M19 alone, I really don't hate the idea of rebuying a board clear or rebuying a Planeswalker. It's like the first time Recollect's ever looked exciting to me. This looks like absolute dog shit for us. That's an unplayable card. So is that. These are not anywhere near us. These are not anywhere near us. Is there ever a world in which I play Knight's Pledge? It's pretty fucking sad. Dead world. Ugly pack. All right, Pack Beast, Manolith rather, and Knight. I think a Pack Beast could fit in this deck. We've got a Sky Scanner. There's a world in which something comes out of it. Manolith is okay too. It's a bit dirtily, but when you have things like fucking Cleansing Nova, I mean, it also lets us be a little bit more open. If white or green doesn't keep flowing, then we have some ability to splash for a 3rd card. I'd rather other fixing, though. It is fairly weak fixing. And one of the big issues of Selesnya, the white-green cards, are you don't have any draw or card filtering. So flooding becomes a really big possibility with the white-green deck, and the Manolith is not going to help me at all for flooding. These are also dead cards. It's not even something to speculate on here, right? These are so bad that it's not like I'm ever going to play a Frilled Sea Serpent because we're in blue. I mean, I guess there's a chance I'll play a Walking Corpse if I get forced into black, but it's pretty unpleasant. I think I'd rather just take the Revitalize here. Priest is fine. It's a really uninteresting 4-drop. Field Creeper's bad. I like Motivator, but not a lot. Tormenting Voice is playable sometimes. Another really shit pack. So this wheeled. This is a weird thing to wheel. 2-headed Zombie's decent in a black deck. Guardian's fine in a lot of different decks, but particularly good in blue. It's a really nice body if you have blue creatures. I mean, we'll take Chaplain. It fits our game plan the best, but it's not an exciting pick. Bog Stomper, 2nd Revitalize. I'm never playing a 2nd Revitalize. I'm never playing a No, I guess there's a very small universe in which I play Bog Stomper. I guess if we ever end up in blue... Sovereign's Bite. Okay. So the whole second half of this pack, like the last pick we actually took was Recollect. And that was pick 7, I think. So I think there were 8 dead cards in this pack for us, which is a lot for round 1. It's kind of brutal. All right. Blood for Bones, solid, especially with the Sky Scanner. Let's look at just like the power level of the cards. I don't really think a whole lot of this card is good if you have ETB cards that you're working with. What does this card do? 3 or more lands in your graveyard is actually a fairly tricky thing to set up.
Have returned.
This card doesn't seem great.
Morning.
Hey, Wyo. Thanks for the resub. Welcome back. 27 months. Other than that, reduce to ashes if I'm going to have red in the deck. Spider's fine. I think I blood for bones and hope to wield a spider. I think this is the highest. Oh, I'm not black. I'm white. I've been thinking about it wrong. Hold on. So there's a 2-drop and a 3-drop. Ouch. That's it for white and black cards? Or white and green cards, rather? Yeah. Alright. I was thinking blood for bones was in my color for some reason. I'm not sure why. Just in my head, I'm like, oh, I'm playing black recursion. Nope. Alright. We'll take the spider. I like the spider. It's just not first pickable, right? Pack 2, pick 1 is not where you want to be taking your netcaster spiders in. Alright. Fry is a scam. We are currently trying to be white-green, but we're not super set on that. There's a nice black removal spell. Sanitarian Skeleton's there too. Foot Soldier is not very good. Inspiring Captain's not very good. Season of Growth is okay. There's not a lot of white green here. It's crazy to see Vivian Cleansing Nova, but these colors not be at all open for us. I don't think it, and they don't feel like we're just kind of forcing through it at the moment. I think I take this. It's literally taking this card, which is okay maybe, or starting to speculate black and trying to move around color wise a little bit. It's pack 2 though. It's a little bit awkward to do that. I'm not excited by that. All right, this is a bit more interesting. Second Sanitarium Skeleton. I think this card is really strong. But for our colors, looking at white-green, there's no white cards in this pack again. Veil of Summer's situational. Loaming Shaman's not very good either. It feels like an easy mana dork. And hopefully we wield the spider. I like 3/5 spider. Although I prefer 2/3s. I prefer Netcaster, but my Mammoth Spider is my second favorite of the 4. So I think we take the Druid and be okay about it. Alright, this actually has some options in our colors. There's another Netcaster Spider, which I'm happy to play later. This card is really solid with things like Daylight Chaplain. It feels really a bit scammy for me, but it gets a little bit better with things like Season of Growth, drawing us cards when we play auras, and Lifelinkers with big butts. It might come back, although I doubt it. I'm also happy to play Angelic Gift in this deck, same issues, and I'm happy for a Protector. I don't have a lot of 4-drops, we don't have a lot of reach, we don't have any flyers yet. I don't hate Protector here. It's definitely between those 3, hoping to wheel that. I'll take the bird. Inspired Charge is fine, but not for this deck. I mean, blue apparently is wide open. What the fuck does this card do? 6 mana instant, create 2 3/3s somehow didn't get picked. Wow. Scholar of the Age is still in here. The Elemental is still in here. This is the only white-green card. I mean, there's Inspired Charge too. It's pretty bad for our deck. You think you're surprised Boreal Elemental's here? Boreal Elemental is probably like the 3rd best blue card in this pack. Maybe the 4th. I don't think Cutthroat's all that good, but the rest are. I'm going to take this. I don't think we can play that, but maybe if we get some mana. Alright, what else is in here? Take an Axe. White-green loves mana sinks, if we can play with them. I think Portal's really good, but it's nowhere near the deck we have. You need ETBs again for that. We have like 2. I mean, are we going to try to splash blue in here? Maybe. This card is so strong, though. I don't know, so strong. It's moderately strong. All right, Herald. I was really high on this card when I first played it, but when I first saw it, but I haven't actually been that high on it since then. The problem is a 6 mana 4/4 is fine, but it's a little expensive, and the pumping ability is really expensive. Now it is still good enough. It's a 4/4 flyer for 6, which we'll play. Okay, so we have second Spider here, although we're expecting to wheel another one. We've got an Ox, which is terrible, a Moment of Heroism, which is terrible, and a 2-drop. Now, we don't have a lot of 2-drops. This is a particularly bad 2-drop, but it is still a fucking 2-drop. This is a fairly premium 3-drop. We have one more pack after this. I would rather grab the Netcaster than anything else here, but it's pretty close for me. All right, there's a 2-drop. We did wheel it. That's nice. I don't think there's any reason to take the artifact over it. Heartpiercer Bow is not very good in this format, in my opinion. I'm happy to take this guy. He's not good, but he's better. I think the 2/2 first strike option is better than the 2/2 vigilant one, although it's close and it's gonna be a little situational. I don't understand what people are drafting. I mean, I understand why Fry is not gone, but like, why is the skeleton still here? It feels like. Do we want our first shitty pump spell or a slightly less? I mean, this is a fairly shitty pump spell too. I guess it's between lifelink or +3. I'm never gonna have more growth cycles. This is always gonna be +3/+3. I think 2/2 and lifelink is slightly better than +3/+3 raw. Veil of Summer as an unplayable. There's no sideboarding for what we're doing. Disenchant's never main decking, except I have no removal yet. So I mean, honestly, there is a world in which I play Disenchant because we are fucking really sad removal. No any removal at all. No green, no white, nothing. We're just stuck in here from Vivian and Cleansing Nova. I mean, okay. So the second Netcaster Spider did not wheel. So I'm pleased we got that first one then, because I did like the second one. All right, so let's see what this is. This is pack 3. Our last pack to flesh this out. Not a lot in here for us. There's a 1/3 flyer, a 4/4 reach. We've got a Mauler who grows a little bit. It's a Rise Again for black, which we're nowhere near. Not near the blue. There's a blue-black splash land. The cat is fine, but not exciting. I don't think we have any other cats in our deck. Like, none of these are just happen to be randomly cats, right? You think Dryad is good? I have not seen this card be good. We could try it. It seems like shit to me, but maybe not. I'm not so sold on cat. I like that it kills artifacts or enchantments the other player controls, but it's not exciting. I'm actually, if I take Dryad, which we could try to wheel Sage. Could take cat. The only reason why I'm on the Dryad plan right now is we have a bunch of 3s right now. I don't really want to add another to our 3 slot. All right, I've been impressed with Warden. Not as impressed as, you know, getting a removal card one day. But, Jesus, do I just have to take like something like that just so I can have something that can hit a target? At the moment, if they play a bomb or an enchanted creature, we just lose the game because we can't do anything. But having some top end is white-green. This one has been fairly nice for me. Okay. Cat's kind of a disenchant. I don't think we're a very aggressive deck, so I think a lot of the times we're going to get blocked, especially if they have an enchantment or an artifact to protect. It's another Sky Scanner, Warded Battlements, an Uprising in white-green. There's another blue card there. If I'm playing blue, white, green right now with double white and double green cards, it's going to be super hard to splash with no fixing at all. I didn't take Colossal Majesty, right? I don't even think that's good for us. That's stupid. Oh, man. I think it's between Reign of Revelation and Sky Scanner, but I'm starting to get scared with no removal in our deck. Gale Sweeper's fine. Pride Malkin's a little below fine. White-red splash doesn't help us. There's no green or blue. I mean, this is Angelic Ascension, and I'm not excited about it. All right, Light of Promise is the one that gives us counters for life linking. More black cards in here. Some black-green duels. On super expensive Dart and a Snare Spinner. Oh, Secure the Scene is pretty fucking shit, but I literally have 0 removal thus far, so I think we have to take that. I almost didn't see it because it's so bad. It's a 5-mana sorcery removal that gives them a body, but you gotta have some removal in your decks. Like it's not a real thing to have 0 removal, 0 interaction. Hard. I don't want a second Secure the Scene particularly. Well, I actually would. I would take a second Secure the Scene here, but Feat of Resistance is super solid. Probably one of the best combat tricks out there. Let's hope that doesn't burn us too hard. All right. Tap down and another Secure the Scene. A Training as a pretty nice piece here. We want second Secure the Scene. One of those would probably wheel. I don't think much of Enforcer. We have 1 flyer right now. So it's 2 flyers, I guess. I think this is the Training. I can't select cards right now. I don't know what's going on with my client. I literally can't select things though. Oh, dude, what a stupid bug. Okay, almost lost my pick there. Gale Swooper as a 3/2 flyer. Short Sword as equipment. It's weird to see the Patrician this late. Chorister as a fairly reasonable mana sink. Is a 5 mana 3/2 flyer good enough for us? Maybe. I hope the Chorister. I'm not gonna wheel. I'm not gonna see this pack again. So I guess I don't see the Chorister or the short sword again. Okay. Hello, Jack. Gnarled Sage did wheel. That's fine. Happy to see it. All right, interesting here. We've got a 2-drop or a 3-drop or some weird ass archer that doesn't really do anything. I mean, kind of. I guess sometimes you blow up 2/2s for 6 mana. Is that good enough to play? Maybe. I don't want that card. I could try the sniper. Reign of Revelation is so slow. It really isn't. The fact it's instant and not sorcery. Sift is so slow. Reign of Revelation is quite a bit better than Sift in my opinion. Can't play any of these cards. I don't believe Rise Again is this late and this crazy. Is this better? Yeah, it's slightly better than Disenchant, huh? Alright. We might be main decking one piece of Artifact Hate. Wow, okay. Do we want the Dart or the Spider? I've got a couple of reach things already. I do like that Spider. But I think I'm going to grab Dart number 1. We're super low on removal. Alright, did not wheel the second Exile effect, unfortunately. Alright. So deck has 2 bombs. They were pick 1 and pick 2. And then the entire rest of the deck is basically support for those bombs, and we didn't get there in terms of good card selection. So maybe locked into that too much from those first picks, but super hard to walk away from a board clear and Vivian in this format. So, all right, what can we build out of this? So if this were a big blue flyer like the 4/4 Sphinx maybe, this might be good enough. I'm not sure I'm splashing blue for Reign of Revelation and Masterful Replication without any fixing. If I had fixing and these were cheap, I think I would play them. These cards definitely up the total power level of the deck, which is what you're trying to get from splashing. But I have no fixing at all. So I'm pretty unexcited by this. I found this to be the hardest draft format I've ever played, like not exaggerating, like because it's so... Maybe hard is the wrong word for this. The least intuitive draft format I've ever played so far. So we'll see. All right, so we're only playing white-green, which is my least favorite color combos. Can't cut any of those pretty much. Got 1 beater. Oh, I didn't remember that we had the Herald. So we actually have 3 flyers. It makes that one guy a little bit better. All right, Priest is really unexciting. Pack Beast now with both Silent Dart and Sky Scanner is a little bit more interesting. Recollect with the Planeswalkers I want. Still a maybe on this. It's not a lot of value. Alright, what do we have for 2-drops? Chaplain. We're not playing Disenchant and the green removal, and the green removal is better. Feat's fine. Moment of Heroism. Probably need a little bit of pump spells with so few removal options. The Inquisitor is a 2-drop. Chaplain's a lot less exciting when we didn't wheel the... that enchantment. Leafkin Druid, Dryad. I've not seen Dryad do anything. I drafted it mostly to see it. I've never had this card played against me, and I've never played it. Dude, Season of Growth seems really weak with this deck too. So let's take a look. I'm gonna try this Sniper, although I'm not so sure it's good. All right, so what is this? 8 cards. We drop all of these right now, which is actually not exactly what I wanted. We're still over. So what is this? What's causing this right now? How many 2-drops is this one too? I'm not playing Revitalize. Don't have to play that card either. Are we a 17 land deck? Sadly, I think we are. Oh, not line. So the thing is, I actually want to re-add some of those cards we've cut. This is 3 2-drops and like 6 3-drops. So what's our plan for winning? We hope we just stall the board and ult Vivian is our plan. Does she win with an ult? Yes. Yes, we do. Yeah, the white and green was super unexciting. I mean, honestly, like the cards we drafted after. I mean, pack one cleansing Nova, pack two, or not even pack two. Pick one, pack one, and pick two, pack one, being cleansing Nova and Vivian's really forced us into something. All right, what is the creature count here? 13. Would like a couple more for this. What cards are strong in our sideboard remaining? I do like that Basilisk claim trades up. So what cards trigger for Season of Growth? Obviously, every card. Scrying is nice. We have a heavy amount, but not a massively heavy amount. Do we have cards that target? Angelic Ascension targets us. Feet of Resistance targets us. I think that's all right now. Okay. Seems like this guy, referring to me as the streamer, isn't very good at drafting. Okay. Consider yourself warned. Next stupid comment that comes out of your mouth gets you banned from the channel. So we'll work from there. All right. Where do we go with these? So we got a couple little sub themes that we could try to capitalize on. Pack Beast with Dart and Sky Scanner really is okay. So I don't really want to add a 3-drop, but we can. So cards that are somewhat interesting to the deck right now. Basilisk is just a decent guy to trade with. The training, if we try to get Season of Growth in, a couple more targets, spells that target us directly are okay. This thing, Cetessan Training, replaces itself. Trample is not a very useful attribute in this deck, but it's okay on something like the Warden. It's about it, honestly, for our deck. No one else is a particularly decent body here. So the trample effect is pretty useless, but card cycling is not useless in this deck. We are trying to get more card cycle to get our bomb a little bit more reasonably. Yep, exactly. Paint. I mean, we will get value out of Pack Beast some of the time. The question is, we basically are, what, I think we're at 38 right now, and we have 37. So we need 3 cards in, and we've got a couple sub themes. We've got a decent blocker at 3. We already have a lot of 3-drops. It's not an exciting card. We have no combo with Death Touch, so it's basically just a Death Touch body, which is fine. We've got the Enforcer at 3. This is actually really useful for us. That effect both lets us stall or push through damage. The problem is we only have 3 flyers in the entire deck, so a lot of times this is not activated, and a 2/3 body for 3 is pretty weak. We've got the Pack Beast Recursion combo with something like Dart and Sky Scanner. The problem is this card is just not a powerful card, and neither of those other cards. Recurring a Sky Scanner or Silent Dart is okay, but not great. We've got this Sniper, which I've never used. I've never seen it used against me either. Or rather, one time I saw it used against me, it didn't do anything. This card reads as weak, but sometimes this is card value, right? And sometimes we don't have removal. Like this deck has no removal. So something like this to maybe deal with some flyers is okay. We have Return to Nature. I don't think we're main decking this. If this were Plummet, I would main deck this in this deck right now, but it's not. So I don't think we can afford that card. I have another 2-drop we don't care about. We have another Moment of Heroism. I'm kind of interested in trying this Season of Growth right now because I feel like our power level is weak and we really would value Scry and card draw. Is a 2-mana exile card for an angel count as a flyer? Yeah, it does actually. Good notice, Xander. So that is I guess a 4th flyer for our deck. Sound is great. Picture is dying. Oh, look at that. Getting hammered right now, internet wise. I'll ask my wife if she's doing anything, but I don't think she is. See if the network's surviving. My bitrate's dying, chat. Let me just take a quick look at Twitch Inspector, see what the hell's going on. It's not okay right now. I can still see my bitrate. Hold on. Yeah. Getting destroyed. It's not a glitch. We got a minute or two. We'll give it a second. This is an ISP related issue is what that is. So it should look like these on normal stream days, right? But all right, seems to be coming back a little bit now. Okay. Let's go back to thinking about the deck. I don't think there's a lot of you're not going to see so many screen issues with like 3000 bit rate and just moving cards around. We should be okay for a little bit. If this gets worse again, though, we'll have to do something. So I don't know what to do about that either. I had some issues with the last windstorm that came through here, or last really windy day that came through here. My fiber was cutting out a little bit, and it is aerial fiber. Like it comes in it's not buried, at least when it connects to my house. I called them up and kind of put them on notice that that was happening, but they didn't really do anything about it. So I don't know yet. All right. So question is, what 3 cards are the best combo of things to do for our deck? I think Pack Beast has some value. This effect is strong, but I'm not sure we have enough flyers to make that relevant. Even with 4 flyers, it is a little sub theme though. Moment of Heroism gets stronger if we're playing Season of Growth, but so does Citizen Training. This is again cycle. So I think these 2 are coming in, Pack Beast and Season of Growth, to try to get value out of Dart and Sky Scanner. And our 3rd card to come in should either... I don't think the Basilisk is strong enough here, especially if we just added another 3-drop. I like the Death Touch element of this. I'm going to regret not having that from time to time, but I think the opportunity cost of bringing this in is too high, right? We need one final card that synergizes with our game plan, and I think it's either... I mean, it's between these... It's not Revitalize. I don't know why I just dragged it over there. It's between Heroism, the Enforcer, and the Training, right? These are the 3 cards that kind of make sense for us if we're playing these 2. I've never seen this card be relevant. The tap down effect is actually quite a solid effect. Thoughts on Inspired Charge? It doesn't really fit this deck. We're not really trying to race them. We're trying to sit back and draw our bombs. And we will build board state that way. And it is a big kind of pump spell, that kind of thing. But I think a lot of the times in our deck, it's just a dead card in our hand, right? We're looking to use this as essentially a combat trick. And I would rather a targeted combat trick that keeps various... Like the fact that this one gives us lifelink and is essentially keeping a creature alive, so it changes the race math. And this one doing something like end targeting for season seems better to me. Exactly. I don't think this fits our deck. We don't have a bunch of unblockable flyers where we can like kill them from nowhere. We don't have a bunch of token creation. We don't even have a lot of ways in which we're going wide for that. So, all right. So of these 3, current creature count is 14, right? Including the Enforcer. What kind of decks scare me the most for this draw? Good decks. It's one of the issues I have with M20 is I actually have a very hard time figuring out how to get a high power level. And I actually, when I watched some other streamers drafting, I felt a little bit better about it because I'm like watching their decks and I'm like, you just don't get very high power level in this format, which is fine. All right, which of these 1 cards is best for us? So we have 2 tricks already. With Feat of Resistance and Angelic Ascension, we have payoff already for holding up mana and turn a combat trick. Same with, maybe Recollect doesn't belong in here. That might be a questionable card too. It just feels like the only way we win is Vivian. So being able to recur Vivian seems really good. I don't want to hold on to a handful of things we can't play. Ascension, Feat, and Recollect is starting to be, and Cleansing Nova is starting to be a fairly serious commitment to having cards in my hand that are situational that can't be played. I think for me that means I don't want to add another combat trick here, even though we don't have a lot of ways to poke through this. And this Training card, Enforcer versus Training. So Training is going to be great on Warden. Sometimes it lets us trade up anyways. We're up to 4 flyers. I'm really trying to talk myself into this Enforcer. I don't really want another 3-drop here, but I feel like this effect is going to be very good for us. Training is the best. Worst case, it replaces itself. Worst case, you have no creature and it's dead in your hand. But yep, it does have a draw impact. You are paying 2 mana, draw 1 for a pretty weak. The effect here isn't very good, right? Like if I'm going to play that apart, if we really value 3 mana, draw 1, we've got Revitalize, right? Which is the same effect except that instant speed and also gives us life. Like, I mean, honestly, like when you compare these 2 cards, when we're saying that we get no value from the enchantment, The Revitalize is just better. It's the same effect. And it's not a very powerful effect. Cantrip for 2 that doesn't really do anything isn't a powerful effect, right? It's okay, but it's not powerful. You'd swap Recollect. No. Recollect stays in our deck, Xander. It stays in our deck because our win con is essentially Vivian. And we have 3 extremely powerful cards that Recollect hits, right? Or 2 that are extremely powerful, 1 that's very relevant for this deck. We can hit our Cleansing Nova, we can hit Vivian, and we can actually bring back our Exile effect. So we're definitely keeping Recollect. So of that, it's I think between these, I like that training targets one of our creatures. So if we cast this when we have the 2-drop we just added into our deck, Season of Growth, we will draw 2 off that, which is nice. And I like the Enforcer for stalling the fact that we don't have a good answer to big creatures. So if they throw down a 6/6 beater or any of the bomb flyers or just a regular 3/2 or 4/4 flyer that's getting in for chip damage repeatedly, this can be a lot of value in this. Daggerback. Yeah, but Daggerback is weaker than all my other options here. Does Pack Beast return enchantments? No, just artifacts. Cardboard Live should be working. I think it doesn't do great with some of the formats here, but I think guys should have that. So between these two, and I would love to cut a land, but I don't think we can in this deck, right? I just don't think it works. Go. Would the Basilisk be better than the Gnarled Sage? That's an interesting question. It's worth considering, I suppose. Gnarled Sage is not a great card. We're not going to get the vigilance value out of this. This is essentially a 5-mana 4/4 reach thing. But a 4/4 body is a pretty big body, and reach is really good in this format. There's a lot of air attacks. I don't know. I mean, I suspect that it is. I have a lot of 3-drops already. I have no Death Touch synergies, and I value blocking flyers to keep them off our Vivian. So, I don't know. It's a good question, though. I think I'd rather Gnarled Sage than that. So I still think between these. Hey, Gorby. Thanks for 43 months. I would love to get value out of this card. I really don't want another... I mean, having another creature count is worth something. Creatures are scries with Season of Growth if we have Season of Growth in play. We have 4 flyers, kind of. 3, really. Just 1 final card. It's not that critical. All right, any final checks to see anything else that synergizes with these? Oh, we had this stupid Druidin. I forgot about her. Maybe we don't play the Dryad and we play both the other cards. It does bring us down a 2-drop. I guess this is a threatening 2-drop, kind of. White, blue, black, or red. So it doesn't grow off green cards, only grows off white cards. All of our early game creatures are green. We've got 1 Shield Mare. We're trying to play value out of the Pack Beast. The air creatures are at 4. They don't particularly trade well. Is this any spell? It is. I wonder if we just cut that. Yeah, I know it's spells, Xander, but the point is more along the lines of what does our early game look like? Say we get our best case draw with Quirion here, right? We cast her on 2. What are our follow-up plays likely to be? It's likely to be a lot of fucking green creatures is what it's likely to be. No green spells. I'm not sure what the relevance of that is. It's one of the few creatures that can be a threat. I don't think this card becomes a threat. It's a 1/1. It's got to grow like 5 times before it becomes a threat. I don't know how I didn't see that earlier. I think I played both these other cards and cut that. It does make my 2-drops a little less good. Down to 2 2-drops. Huh. Be a threat if I was a white deck. No, I think it would be the card is okay, chat. It grows. We have white cards. It is going to grow. It's just not going to grow very rapidly or to be very big. And it has no other text in the card. So it's a 2-mana 1/1 that by like turn 3 is probably a 2-mana 2/2, you know? Or turn 4 is probably a 2-mana 2/2. Yeah, I agree, Joe. The top deck off Dryad is really bad. Have you already, I don't know about Enforcer. So if we're playing this variant, which I think is fine, I didn't see that card in there. then the question becomes, is it Enforcer or is it Basilisk? And I think that's a relatively close pick. So I'm okay with this. This looks like about where we want to be. We upped our creature count to 13 from 11 when we first started with this. We've got a couple cards. I'm gonna try Season of Growth. Go from here. Yeah. All right. That change any of our mana? I don't think so. So it's kind of a medium green deck with 2 really big bombs in it is what this comes out to be. Joe, we got past Vivian, by the way. Vivian was pack 1, pick 2 for us. Do you know what uncommon, Joe, can you think of in this format that you would take over Vivian Reed? Removal at uncommon? You would take Heroic Reinforcements in the mixed core set? I know everyone's super high on that card. That was recommended earlier. I don't even think I'd take Heroic Reinforcements in M19 ahead of Vivian. I mean, it's a strong card, but shit. It's fucking Vivian. Like, in the mixed format, I've found white-red to be less good than it was in just pure 19. All right, let's get some games. All right, predictions. Good call on them. You want to start running them, Flipper? Well, we're predicting on 5 right now. Will I make 5 wins or not? But if you want to set one up, give it quick. I guess. Is there not a chance of double rares and mythics in Arena? Yeah, I don't know if there is actually or not. There definitely is in regular drafts. That's a good point. Are you about to? I'll do it. It's fine. All right, start prediction. You guys think I can get 5 wins with this deck? Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand what the hell, like, pack 1, pick 1 too, Joe, right? So it's not even like pack 3 where maybe you're not in green, so you're going to pass it. But I got past pack 1, pick 2 Vivian. So hard not to take that, right? Like, what the fuck am I going to, what else am I going to do? Dude, I'm so jealous. Have fun on your bike ride, Flipper. Super jealous. All right, how's this hand? It's okay. Wish I had a second white land instead of a second green land, but this card is dead forever, which is unfortunate. This is the bad part about this card. We'd like to draw this like much later in the game, but I don't mind turn 2 going first. Turn 2 Marauder's Axe. Turn 3 Spider is fine. I think Boros was super insanely strong in M19. Wide Boros, but I don't think should have probably been a force there, but I don't think it's super strong in this. I don't know. I'm pretty low rated here. We're in like platinum or whatever. Steward. All right. I mean, I can discard Wharton here. I could discard the Spider. Cardboard Live works good. I mean, technically, we don't actually have to just develop mana here. Death Touch. Okay. Interesting question here about the mana. Am I saving the forest to discard to the steward? Maybe. Yeah, can discard Recollect, but Recollect's not in there. Recollect's in there for a very specific reason about winning the game. So I don't know. See? Don't forget to let us in on your Monday salt. Oh, right. You wanted to hear about that? It's just, I had this, how do I say this? So that's another do nothing body. It's fine. Now I'll play out 1 land. Let's equip our Marauder's Axe to a lower value creature, also the one that's a little bit resistant to removal. Okay. Monday Salt. Oh, just I was drafting and I was just spamming drafts and kind of got a little tilted and kind of spammed probably too many. So that's removal. Removal pre-combat. I'm happy to make an angel out of that. Okay. All right. Let's equip our... here's interesting. The Basilisk kind of makes Warden not great here. So would we discard land? I think I would discard land here. 6 power flyer is kind of scary for our opponent though. So let's get in. And then we're gonna... I don't think we're recollecting anything here. I don't think it's valuable enough. Okay. Dude, I would never take Symbiont over fucking Vivian. It seems insane. Yeah, I don't know, Joe. It might have just been a mistake from them, honestly. So we've drawn a fair chunk of lands here. What is this? Must be blocked if abled. Okay. Hey, Care Bear. All right. So now the only thing I wish is that I'd left the Marauder's Axe on the Spider. Or on the Angel, rather. I'm going to run out Warden. I'm vulnerable to something really nasty like Declare Dominance, but I'm always very vulnerable to something like Declare Dominance with a fucking Basilisk and a Basilisk on the board, rather. This thing is also a little bit annoying for some, like, he is black-green, rather, so this could be Blade Brand, for example, which would be really annoying here. I don't think there's a reason to swing with that Spider. It's going to get traded off with the Truffle Snout, which isn't good enough. So... Vivian, you don't have to say Vivian's very good in a creature heavy deck. It's just very good, period, in a in limited. So I do want to make this a 2-turn clock, which means I need to transfer Marauder's Axe to the Angel. I can't do that and play Gnarl Sage, and right now he's sitting at 5, 8, 10, 11 damage to my face. I'm at 26 thanks to the Mare. Does he have good blocks with the Warden? Yeah, he's got the Basilisk. Hey Nobu, hello Body Shot. Can't I play a land and do them both? I can. I give up Recollect doing that. To the Liliana's Steward, right? And I'm trying not to give that thing value. But I do want to put this at a 2-turn clock. He hasn't had any way to deal with this Angel yet. You know, honestly, it might just be better to Recollect, hold up Angelic Ascension, and then win the game. So I think this is a win con, right? If we develop another Angel on his end step, he has to remove 2 Angels to survive. He has no ability to block flyers. If he plays a single reach creature, we can have 2 Angels still. I feel like I win this way, and I'm not sure I do otherwise. So we're going to do that. This also gives me a little bit of play around the Canopy Stalker. I guess he's going to be forced to attack here because he's going to have to gain life, and the Canopy Stalker will give him life. Is it when anyone targets him with the spell or just them? Just them. Okay. Interesting too, because I think I want to kill the Spider with Angelic Ascension here. So he survives at 1 right now. I hate that attack with the Basilisk. That seems so bad to me. That's his blocker for Warden. Why the fuck does he want to attack with that? I guess he blocks with Doom Dissenter and is fine. I had to dual block that. I don't want to block with the Angel, so that's fine. We'll do this. Right, that has to be blocked by all creatures. Yeah. Oh, must be blocked if able. It doesn't have to be blocked by all creatures. Fuck that. Just block it with this one. Do I want to block the Basilisk as well? I can prevent 2 damage to face, but I don't really care about 2 damage to face. I don't really understand what this is. I'm going to probably Ascension that, but I can save Ascension for this if he's got something weird. I think I just take this. Like this. Yeah, nobody dies. Exile the Warden. That was actually... That's an interesting play. I guess. He's only lost 1 creature, right? How did he go 4 to 6? Wouldn't that be 4 to 5? What did I miss? Yeah, I guess it gives him 1 more turn this way. I hadn't thought about not letting him heal. Steward Death. Oh, the Steward. And he already did that pre-combat. Went to 5. Okay, so there's no way around that. That's fine then. Missed that. Thanks. Hey, Rises Eye. Thanks for the 14 months. All right, let's draw first. See what we get. Nice card. All right. Swing in. How much does he have here?
Returned.
So if I make this a 7/7, actually 7/7 there is good. Not great, but good. All right, let's move axe to here. We'll swing with all 3. He has to block 1 angel regardless. He always blocks the angel with the axe if the axe is equipped to angels. There's no value here for leaving the axe equipped. He's considering getting a draw off the Shaman. If he attacks me with the Shaman next turn without blocking here, I'm just not going to block the Shaman. I'm not going to give him that card draw. Yeah, I think that's better from his perspective. That's fine. I'll do damage to Trepless now. If he has a pump spell, then I don't kill the Shaman. He doesn't draw, and I'm fine with that. Thanks, Mnijo. Welcome back. Alright, transfer that over to the Sky Scanner, call it a turn. Alright, we have 3 lethal flying attackers. 2 of them are 4/4 power, and 1's a 3/1. I think we're in good shape for that. I wonder if there was a way I could have played that turn better with the Angelic Ascension turn. I think the Liliana's pre-combat, the sacking the little guy for 1 life was really smart on his part. And I don't think playing around 1 more point of life gain is relevant to anything. I definitely missed the fact I could do that. But in retrospect, I don't think it was a better play anyways. So, take our first win. Have I considered setting my damage settings to manual? Don't I have it on manual? I don't know how to do that. I only reinstalled this game recently. Where is that option? Auto assign there. I see. Yeah, I definitely should do that. Thanks. Yeah. I know I can't move the axe. Moving the axe is sorcery speed. Life gain only happens if the cat dies. What? Oh, I see. So if the 4/2 hadn't died at all, he wouldn't have gotten the point off the Liliana's. Yeah, that was probably a better play, honestly. Block it with the 2/3 instead of the Warden, and then exile the 2/3 before combat damage to create a 4/4, give him 0 life gain, swing back with 2 4/4 flyers. Yep, that's a better play. Yep. Didn't see it. All right, how is this hand? Opponent goes first. We have 9 green sources. No, we don't. We have 8 green sources. 9 if you count the Leafkin Druid, which doesn't really count here. Do we keep this? This is a really sketch hand. It's very good if we draw forest. We do have 2 draws to hit forest. It's dead otherwise. It's like very good if we hit forest. We have no card draw in this deck. So do we want to gamble on drawing a forest, or do we want to gamble on a better hand? I'd rather just draw cards that are playable. All right. This was happening to me all day on Monday, right? I have a perfect green-white split in this deck for sources. Every game is going to be either pure forest or pure fucking plains. And we have to keep this. This is a better hand. I hold the Cleansing Nova. I think I drop Recollect here, annoyingly. I don't think there's any way to shuffle my deck. Yeah, I know it always happens, right? Variance in this game is so stupidly bad. Like it's just such a high variance game, right? Of course, immediately punished for mulliganing. Turn 1, make you discard another card. Feels pretty fucking bad too. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3 out of my opponent. Don't do it. No 2 drops. 2 drop. Okay. I don't know why everyone's playing that card, Joe. It's not a very exciting card, this card. Sorcery speed discard is so sad. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, come on, man. That was such a good card last turn. Do we want a Spider here? Spider just trades with Imp and Death Touch. The guy did not play a 3-drop, thankfully, and didn't play out a second color. I think I'm Leafkin Druid here. Brings me to 5, but not 6. 5 is not helpful here. If I draw a land, though, it's 2 turns away. This might actually be a Spider turn for just mana efficiency. And then the turn after, we run Leafkin. I don't know if I'm okay trading Spider for Steward, or for Imp, rather. If I get forced to discard here, are we tossing Feet? Probably. Could be mono black over there. We could discard the Leafkin Druid. It's essentially a land at this point, although it is 1 land. It is 1 turn faster. I could discard the Forest because we have Leafkin Druid, but we have a Wrath in hand. I think it might just be Leafkin Druid here. Okay. I'm trading 1 for 2, but it's an annoying Death Toucher. And like, the next card I want to play is this. We're a number of turns away. I'm okay blocking this. I could let more damage in, but honestly, like, our game plan is pretty simple. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Alright, if I knew Forest was the next draw, I probably would have kept the Druid, but it's okay. Would Protection Black stop the Death Touch? Yes. And I see Gravedigger. Okay. Alright, if my opponent could double spell creatures, that'd be great. We could get some Cleansing Nova value and move on. Otherwise, I guess it's turn 6, drop Warden, hold up Feet for next attack. Is that good enough to sweep? I could Silent Dart here too. I could just throw out Warden. Is 2 for 1 Cleansing Nova good enough? Like, I'm never going to be able to play it again, right? Because I'm going to have Feet and Warden to protect the... I'm going to have Warden and Feet to protect that, and Silent Dart's going to clear up little small guys again like that one. I think this might actually be Cleansing Nova here, as annoying as it is. Alright. He has removal when we play Warden. We're in a bad spot. Not wrong. I mean, he might be trying to get value out of... so Dart just got more interesting with Pack Beast. Not that much more interesting. I still think this is a Warden turn. Yeah. Warden's pretty resistant to removal too, right? I get 2 card draw if they target Warden. Is backseating welcome or not? The answer is kind of. So discussing plays is welcome. Telling me what to do is not welcome. If that makes sense. That distinction means something to you. So what is this? Village Rites? There's nothing he can do at instant speed that will counter this with black mana. So I'm not quite sure what that recommends here. What that suggests here, rather. Okay. Yeah, I like discussion on the plays. Yeah, okay. So I'm absolutely going to take action. We'll draw 2 cards for that. I'm really happy to trade that there, right? He's got no pressure on the board, so losing the 5/7 isn't bad. And exchanging, losing his card, losing my card, 1 for 1, then drawing 2s, it's better than a 2 for 1, right? It's a 3 for 1 there. So I'm pretty happy with that exchange. 6-drop flyer is pretty nice. May have more removal for it. It'd be lovely to protect it. I'm 1 mana away from maybe to protect that. So we could do an alternate play. We could drop the dart and kill this. I mean, it's a good enough target for the dart, especially with the trap pack beast in hand. Do I have enough mana to dart? So this is what, 5, 7 for that? So we can play out the Inquisitor and the trusty pack and the dart. I think that's good enough here. I'd rather the 4/4 on the board, but he's got a handful of stuff that he's not doing. And unlike the Warden, who when we die we get value. I mean, he's not going to be able to protect that. I guess I can do this at instant speed. Let's run out this guy. Go. Okay. This is format of M21. It doesn't have, yes, it has M21. That's fine. White mana. So he was either splashing or he was screwed.
Have returned.
I'm not sure which. That would explain his cards in hand. Thank you, Orfeo Matter, for the 15 months. I will snipe this with the dart. That's fine. I don't need to take the damage. I can wait, but I'm pretty happy killing this. It's a Death Plus creature, right? It's fairly annoying. And I'm going to buy this back with Trusty Pack Beast next turn, so I don't need to wait either. All right, one more land we could have played this card out would be nice. I don't mind just redeveloping this. I don't like playing into 3 cards when he's not playing any threats and he's removed my last 2 creatures. I really think this is one of my win cons and I'd like to protect it, and we're 1 mana away. So I think this is Pack Beast. We're not under pressure. We'll buy back my dart. Play my dart out. Okay. So we 2-for-1'd him with Cleansing Nova. Got 2-for-1'd with his... Recursion, Gravedigger, right? And then 3-for-1'd him with the other one. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, if he draws like a Mind Rot or something, it's going to be ugly, but oh well. Can't play around that right now. And if I get a land, I want to get Herald out with feet. He's going to eat his thing. So he just played a 3/4 onto this board. Okay. Alright. Feel much better about Herald of Sun now that I have feet up. Turn after this, we'll have both feet and Angelic Ascension to deal with this shit. Got a nice 4/4 beater. Pretty happy with this. Attack here screams trick. Which trick do you think it is? I'm going to take the 3 off the Crypt Lurker and I'm going to block the flyer. Okay. It's probably agonizing. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, we'll give it protection here. Okay. Alright, big body on the ground is great. We can hold up mana for Angelic Ascension. I can get in for 7. All this seems nice. We're at 10, which is a bit disturbing. He's drawing white lands. It's a creature, I guess. 2/4 flyer. Requires life gain to go off. Doesn't really bother us. We've got a 4/4 reach and a 5/5 flyer. Thank you, Ashen, for the 36 months. Alright. Happy to just chill. I'll hold the planes in case discard. No way I'm attacking with the Sage. Gang blocks. I can't do anything. I mean, I kill them both. No, I don't. Okay. I mean, I can attack with the Pack Beast with the Silent Dart on board. Gets a little bit blown up if he has his own combat trick. But I have Ascension to play around that to protect the beast if he does that. I would lose the dart for... I'd trade the dart for a removal card and trade the Pack Beast for the Ascension. Kind of leaves me down 1. I'm okay with that, though. I do want to pressure his life total. Since I'm not feeling like our top decks are all that strong from here, he just takes it. That's fine. I wish I could pump myself, but I can only pump other creatures with flying. I could pump an Angel if I drop that. By the way, how much does that work out to do? We're on 8 mana, right? This goes to 9. This Ascension plus pump is 6. I don't have to worry about that. Okay. kill both them with Dart. If not with Gnarled Sage, I don't, right? There's 8 toughness, Dart's 3 damage, so it's 7. So 4 and 3, it doesn't kill both of them. Okay. Skeleton Archer. Sure, buddy. It's going to be 10 in the air here, too. Alright, so he's forced to block with Bloodlord. Is there anything I can do? I can't remove the Bloodlord. Dart's 3 damage. I can remove the Archer. Does that help me? So then I swing with the Pack Beast. He can't block the Pack Beast. He'd be forced to block Herald. He takes 7. He goes to 3. I don't think 3 is any different than 5 here with the Bloodlord off the board, right? He's still drawing 1 card to deal with the Flyers. I don't think I need to trade this Pack Beast off. Right now the Skeleton Archer doesn't interact at all. He has to block the... Oh, dude, if I attack with this though, how much mana do I have? 6. So I'm never going to get to 8 even with that. It would have been 2 pumps. It doesn't make a difference. I'm okay with this attack only. I don't think Netcaster Spider impacts the board much. Do I want to pump? I can play it out though and pump. It's probably better. Still want to pump. Don't want the 1 damage? I guess I do. Is that even better than Spider? God, it feels like it might just be better to pump again. Couple options there. You feel like Angelic Ascension's a bad card? I don't feel that way. I feel like Angelic Ascension's a pretty solid card. It's a combat trick that gives you a 4/4 angel. 4/4 angels, 4/4 flying angels in this format, and not in format, in draft in general, it's just a pretty solid body, right? You think these kinds of protective cards are generally weak? I don't know what to tell you. I think it's pretty solid. All right. What was the prediction, by the way, chat? I don't know how to see that easily. I mean, certainly the idea of holding up a card to sack your creatures isn't super amazing, but the payoff on that's so high, right? Like, it's like, it feels like Village Rites to me. Like, Village Rites is really nice too, because the payoff is you essentially are drawing, like you hold up very little resources, 1 black mana for a 3-card draw off losing a creature when it was going to be removed anyways. So if you can play those cards in a way that is interacting with like them throwing a removal spell, you're in really good shape. All right, this hand is great going first with the Leafkin. We want to draw a land to activate Gale Swooper, but I think this is fine. So, I mean, it's been good, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a good card, right? Like, you can have bad cards come, especially situational cards, that when that situation occurs, it's very good, but the situation doesn't occur often enough to make it worth including in your deck. But the other thing about Angelic is it's actually flexible, right? I can remove their creatures with it. It's an exile removal for 2 mana at instant speed, which is great. Although, clearly we don't want to be giving them angels either. That's interesting. So I'm playing this over the Spider. And I think I'm committing to not blocking with the Leafkin here, because a combat trick killing my mana dork right now is like fatal. So we ignore that. Take the 2. Run out this spellcaster in a minute. Drew our land anyways. We have 4 now. We can play a 3/2, but I think a 3/2 is worse than a 2/3 in this scenario. It's a little bit more mana efficient. The only benefit of doing that is when I put land on top or draw land, next turn I can run out Spider plus Feet. And Feet is actually super valuable for us with Season in play as both a draw card. I mean, we could just run Sage though, and that would be okay too if we draw land. I think this is Spider. The Gale Sweeper doesn't block well. I mean, I technically threatened to block Brute here, so maybe he doesn't want to attack with Brute plus 2/2. I don't know if I want to gang block Brute, though, into white-red 4 open mana, right? It's really nasty. I don't care if the Spider dies. I do care if the Druid dies right now. I think Village Rites is an auto-include for me most times in a black deck in draft. It's just so powerful. So this suggests there's a trick. I'm okay trading the Spider off for half of his turn. He may also just be throwing the token away, which is fine. You are losing a body with Ascension. It has the same downside, right? I mean, you generate another body, but there's a sacrifice portion of that, right? All right. So we're bleeding out life-wise right now. It's 5 mana do a thing? Sure. Might be too slow, I'm not sure. Have 2 mana ups, not situational. It's situational because you don't always want to be sacrificing a creature, right? If that card was just like sorcery speed, sack one of your creatures, get a 4/4 angel, I wouldn't play that card. The way that card works is it's a defensive trick, right? That you're essentially using it to counter a removal spell while still getting value. Yeah, see, this double Boggart Brutes is actually fucking brutal right now. 4 creatures for 3 mana? Yeah. Alright. Getting pretty heavily pressured here, which sucks. Life total is in threat. He's just gone to 4 mana and played out decent threats repeatedly, which is not really where we want to be. Defensive tricks are frowned upon. I keep answering this question. I mean, I guess we're discussing it right now, and that's fine, but I kind of have my thought on that. Yeah. The 3/2 Brute, that's... So this becomes a 4/3. I can remove the counter. So I'm taking 4 from that if I play this. I'm actually taking 6 going to 5 with another attacker. It's pretty rough. I think I have to blow this one up though. He still might have mana to play a land and move the +1/+1 over, but I still think I have to do this now. I guess. No, I'm an idiot. Oh no, chat. I just lost a block. Okay, I got confused by my own discussion there. He didn't actually take advantage of that, so it doesn't make any difference, but it's not exactly what I want. I didn't have to do it then. I could have waited till the attack with no mana open like that. Feels bad. Anyways, what do we have here? 6 mana, 4 and 2. I do want to... I think this is Angel. Angel Pass, I guess. Hold up Feet. I feel like this is his blowout turn, right? So having mana open to do something seems good. I mean, I can Herald with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I think I need gas. Okay. On the blocking plan, I need him to run out of cards or run out of threats here. He's had a very solid series of turns for aggressive creatures. And we're getting quite low. Like an Inspired Charge here or something like that gets really bad for us really fast. Could have waited on the removal last turn. Like if he played a land, then I would have to do it. Or I guess not even then. Yeah. No, you guys don't have to stop talking about it. I'm just making sure that we're having a discussion about it as opposed to being. I think we've discussed a lot now about Angelic Intervention or whatever it's called. I think the card is still pretty good. Again, the upside of a 4/4 flyer is just really strong for 2 mana. And yes, you have to sack a creature to do it, but it becomes quite good as an instant speed protection spell. I like the card. I think it's been good for me. Heroic Reinforcements blows us up for sure. Guys, don't fight over it, right? It's not worth fighting over. Drew a card. It was a plains. Still all attack. That sucks. So we got a 1. Don't want to go to 1, but it's a dual block on the Bogart, which I can't do right now. Wrath is interesting. So there's a pretty serious number of times we die here. We can die to hasters too, though, right? So the two options are Herald or Cleansing Nova here. Herald is a 3rd blocker, but he's got essentially 3 attackers on the board because this thing has Menace. So any removal spell in his hand beats us. Any haster beats us. And we're already sacking, essentially. I think I'm going to wipe him. He gets a dude from Ancestral Blade if we wipe. No, he doesn't. What are you talking about, Xander? Alright, so I need to attack here. Okay. I could destroy my own enchantment here, but it can't do both, so I'd rather just kill the creatures, obviously. Alright, so we're in a little bit of trouble. This is red-white at 1 HP with no blocker, so any haster kills us. But, okay. Last card apparently is Chandra with a 2/1/1 hasters. Alright, so I was dead either way there. I couldn't have beat that card if I played the Herald, so either line killed us. There was that one turn where we fucked up the deployment of the dart. Like, I shouldn't have used it pre-combat, but actually, honestly, he made a worse attack even after we did that. I think there should have been more attacks than just the single creature he attacked with then. I just don't think we win that one very often. Thank you, Palabalo. Appreciate it, man. So, oh well. Nice ending card. I think we lose that from that position a pretty high percentage of the times. Not many hasters. There's quite a few, honestly. Off the top of my head, Heroic Reinforcements, Volcanic Dragon, that 2/2 Goblin guy who makes other low power creatures unblockable. I mean, there's a lot in white and red. Like, that's just like 2 seconds worth of thought. There's 3 sets worth of red-white hasters. There's quite a lot. There's also we get Lava Axe fairly regularly on stream. And there's other, like, Shock Goes Face. There's another one too that goes face. One of the, I think it's another artifact that gets played that goes face. All right, I mean, we need Forest. We just mulled last game. Do we mull this game as well? I don't think so. Yeah. We need Forest by 3 though. We don't have a lot of 2-drops. Our 2-drops that we do have are white. So if we draw one, we're okay with that. Minus the Elemental, I guess. So. Like that guy. Okay. Alright, Dirt over... Oh, man. If we had a green mana, I'd be so happy right now. Fuck off. Oh, wait. It's a 2/3, chat. I thought it was a 2/2. I literally thought that was a 2/2 flyer. Alright. Because we are so, like, on board with that, we just bluffed him for damage. But I thought this was the 2/2 that made other ones cheaper. It's the 2/3. Chat, look at that. Just don't fucking wait. You just believe. That's a lord, too. That's so painful. Alright. I need mana right now. I mean, we kept a 3-lander going second. We might do it because our colors aren't there, but we're never gonna get rid of 3 lands, right? If this was Forest Plains, I guess we'd be in better shape. So, all right, we are. Our plan here is to try to get to 5 mana to Wrath before we die from these fucking flyers. So, dude, playing 3 colors off basics with the a fucking colorless land is crazy. I don't know what to say about that. That mana base looks terrible. And it might not be. It might be great, but okay. So this is super good for us. Because now we can throw down Spider. Spider threatens the 2/3. So he probably doesn't attack with this Lord, but I mean, he's got removal. Like, he'll go through anyways. Gives us one closer. Happy with this. I don't want to develop board particularly while I have a Wrath in hand, but I'm going to die right now, right? Like, we can't afford to take 6 in the air from 14 on, like, turn 4 here. Either he doesn't give a shit about reach, or he's got a combat trick here, so... Or he doesn't know about reach, rather. This is not a lot of pressure if we get rid of the Lord. I don't think he knows about reach, chat. Okay. So I could potentially... This game just got really weird. So I was expecting a trick there, and a trick would have blown up my Spider and made this and saved his 2/3 and made this a really clear board to Wrath, right? Because then I would just Wrath the fucking his 3 creatures away, lose my 1 creature, and be in great shape. We'd pass it back to him with an empty board. Here now, I don't think that's the best play. I think the best play now is to run out Season of Growth and then the Spider for a second reach creature, and then a bit of card selection going. It does commit more to the board, which kind of sucks, and it also blocks Nova as a enchantment clear because it's going to kill my own enchantment. But I still think this is, with this board state, I think this is the best play here. This is another Essence Capture. I don't know what the pause is here. He's got something, Instant Sorcery, but if he had a pump, he would have played it, and if he didn't, is there any reason for a land here? We could Griffin plus Training next turn. But we can Training first, draw 2, then Griffin anyways. I don't think I want land here. I think I want gas here. I don't know what he's holding over there. It's really hard to predict what our opponent's going to do. He attacks into reach creatures without pump spells, runs 4 different colors of mana, plays Colossal Majesty in a deck with all 2 power and 1 power creatures. Like, I can't predict what our opponent's going to do here. I have no fucking clue. So making this a 3 power attacker is good. It's useless on the board here. Otherwise, I'm happy to start with Training. Okay. So a couple options here. Can try to force the Inquisitor through. He's got a bunch of 1/3s. I mean, he might screw up. Like, I could attack. It's got First Strike potentially. If he gang blocks with 2, then First Strike removes 1 and it keeps going. If he gang blocks with 3, I could Protection from white, but I only get 1. I'm not really interested in trading off feet for the Inquisitor. I could actually just throw this away with the 1/3 and be okay too. I kind of want to develop the Griffin here. I've got enough stuff that's kind of cheap and expendable that I don't really care if... yeah, a lot of times he just doesn't block this because it's a pain in the ass to deal with First Strike, so I'm fine with that too. He could have his own removal. I've got a pretty stacked hand though. And with Season down here, so I'm not going to play around Wrath or something. It's actually decent with our board. I'll keep that. It's fine. Okay. Yeah. Have you ever played poker with like really new players who don't know what the fuck they're doing and it's like impossible to make any sense of what their plays are like? So it's 5 to pump that. It can be a 4/4. 4/4 is a little annoying. I've got 6 mana though, so I can Axe plus Equip plus Hold Up Feet. So what does this become? It becomes a 4/3. All right, so let's say I hold back the Inquisitor. Block Inquisitor on the Chorister. Chorister go, he's going to pump in response. He might fucking pump for Colossal Majesty draw at the start of his turn too. Do I want to try to pressure in the air with the Griffin? I mean, I'm not blocking Chorister with Griffin. I guess I hold back Inquisitor and pressure in the air. Oops. Go. So this is 4/3 going to 5. Is that even exciting? I wanted to trade for at least 2 there, I think. I wonder if that was actually better to just attack pre-combat with the, or attack pre-casting with the Inquisitor. Inquisitors are really, or rather, Griffin Protectors are a really nice trick next turn. He can give that flying, can't he? All right, I think I swing with the Inquisitor. I'm happy to trade this off for pretty much anything, honestly. That's fucking great. I'm not even gonna Feat of Resistance this. I don't need the Inquisitor on the board. I draw a card when he, or not draw a card. Let that go, get that out of his hand. I'm glad I didn't attack with the Protector there. If I'd known that was his card, I would have attacked with that only, but I'm fine with that outcome too. Courser is a dead card for him. He didn't pump the Courser in his upkeep, so he doesn't draw a card off Colossal Majesty. Opponent seems to be kind of just whatever here. All right. So we get 5. So we draw off Feat of Resistance here. But it's still only 5 power. It won't die, but it doesn't do anything either. It's funny, this is almost a Wrath turn. Is this block or blocked by? No, it blocks. He can't pump to draw a card? Can he not? Isn't this the beginning of his upkeep? No, it is beginning of upkeep. Okay, no, you're right. So he's not missing that. He just can't do it. He still hasn't drawn anything. 6 mana, 4. So I think I wait. And the reason why I wait is right now the bird, even with a triple block, if he triple blocks this to kill the bird, I only kill 1. It's annoying. Can't get protection from colorless either. That sucks. All right, this is probably a Wrath turn for us. I don't think I can get protection from color. Yeah, it's a color. Yeah. I don't need to take the damage. Is that double blocked or not? I can't even tell. Yeah, okay. All right. All right, let's try to get in for 4 here. No, okay. Okay. But both of us drawing on empty hands. Of course, he draws a 4 power fucking flyer. God, that's annoying. All right. I don't have enough mana to protect here. Anything we can do from here that matters? I could Recollect a Spider. Then he's just not going to fucking attack at all. I could remove it. I think it's actually worth the removal here. It's an unexciting removal, but I think it's worth. Yeah, but the 4 power is relevant because of Colossal Majesty, not because it's a 4 power flyer. We have answers for a 4 power flyer. We don't have answers for him drawing from here. Okay. His shit situational card. Great. All right, let's run this out. Hold up in a Feat of Resistance. Okay. Knight's Pledge. His deck is bad. So it'd be kind of annoying to lose to it. What else do we have in here? Anything? Not really. Got the Griffin. Griffin synergies with another flyer is okay. Is it worth buying back for that? So I have 8 mana. It's 3 and 4 to cast is 7. 1 more mana, I get it back and can hold up feet. I think that's good enough. I'm not attacking here with this on the board. So I could run out Pack Beast. I just don't think it matters. I think this is Druid Pass. I'm not under time pressure. I've got the season in. I've got really strong cards in the rest of the deck. That is not unfortunately a mana, but this is really good enough to keep. Doesn't change my play here either unless I want to play out Pack Beast. I could revive the flyer this turn to spread it out across 2 turns. But the flyer might not be good in a second. I think this is just Equip Axe. Call it a day. Alright. The enchantment is great. No, it draws 2. His enchantment? Alright. So he's going to get baited here by attacking with the 5/5 first striker. We're going to block it. Shit, I did this wrong. I should have actually feeded first before blocks. So that's a mistake on my part. A lot of times we don't get blown out here, but sometimes we do because we played it in the wrong order. Feels bad. Okay. Alright. 5, 8, 9 mana. So obviously we hit him for 1,000,000 fucking damage in the face. I could recollect the feat pre-combat. I actually don't hate that. Then I tap out anyways by playing Warden though. That's fine. Let's just hit him. Could have his own Wrath, I guess. I'll take it. Oh. You get another mana from Leaf Kindred. No, it's 4 creatures. We're currently at 3. Alright. So, big misplay, honestly, on the feat. If he had instant speed interaction there, that could remove a 5/5 flyer. I mean, there's not a lot, but there is some. Is there any in white and green? Plummet would have done it. So if he had Plummet in hand, for example, there, then we'd have just got blown the fuck out. So, should think a second longer there, I guess. Recollecting the enchantment. What enchantment are you referencing? I don't remember. Oh, the +1/+0. Yeah, it's okay. Like, draft is grindy, right? So there are times to push for pressure, but there's also like to not give them draw steps. But we're in a pretty dominant position for a lot of that game, right? His deck was clearly shit. He was making bad plays, and we had a nice setup with artifacts that survive wipes, etc. I don't know. There was a lot of times that I wanted to waste something as powerful as Recollect for a little bit more board presence there. I mean, we're not gonna get rid of this hand with this in the opening hand. It kind of sucks we don't have second wipe for Shield Mare. So if he goes like 1, 2, 3, we're in some rough shape. But this card is strong. How do you get around him having removal? Doesn't he always do it in response to feat? Yeah, that's the thing, wow. So the way you play around that is so after he declares attacks, so his creature's committed to the attack, I then give my angel +1/+1 and protection from white. And then what happens there is if he then, I guess it doesn't have trample, so maybe it doesn't matter. I mean, he removes that. I'll try. Maybe I'm wrong. Just drew white land. That's nice. Almost misplayed here. So the thought is, if I can protect it, so what's the blowout? The blowout is actually the other way around. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm wrong. Feels bad. Okay. I guess it doesn't have trample, right? So the thought was I could block it with another creature if he's got removal, but I guess if I've already declared blocks, then it doesn't matter. Then I lose it either way. Maybe you're right. All right, are we playing Shield Mare out or Sky Scanner? I guess this is a Shield Mare. Start scrying with plenty of lands. Yeah. Is that good enough? We have a Sky Scanner. Might be good enough. It's not exciting. It's okay. Go. What does this fucking thing do? I remember it being a bomb. Whenever Swamp enters the battlefield, you draw a card and lose a life. Deals 2 damage to any target. That's so brutal, man. Alright. So we need a fucking answer to that right now. We have 1 in our deck. We still have to get to 5 lands. Okay. So do we just want to play out a creature then that's not vulnerable to getting nuked off the face of the earth here? Probably. And we can't block. Do we wish to draw 2 right now? Make this a 3/3? Otherwise, it's just play this guy out. I guess it's slightly more mana efficient to play that card out. Do I care about attacking? Not really. He can't play 2 swamps. Okay. Could have bluffed the damage, I suppose, by just attacking first. probably would have got through. It's doubtful he interacts with that. But it is a risk. He might have blocked. Card is just strong. Okay. Necro with no targets. It's an interesting 5-drop. I guess it contests my board pretty nicely. This is an exile, which is actually really relevant here. He's playing black-blue. There's a lot of recursion in black-blue. So having the ability to get that totally gone, this is okay. That feels like a bomb enough card that I want to deal with it. Letting him draw off every swamp seems too strong. I could gang block this. It's not very exciting, but it's blue-black. It's probably not a ton of combat tricks that do 3 more toughness. I think this is fine. I'm not in a hurry. But nice to have mana open for that. It's not essential. Yeah, that's fine. Corpse is super weak. Don't have 6 mana right now, so I can't just run that out. Happy to Sky Scanner first to draw. Looks like he's got counter mana open. Okay. Sure. It's fine by me. I'm going to session for a draw here as well. Double draw, actually. Okay, missed land, unfortunately. Happy to block. Okay. Yeah, I guess that angel block doesn't make any difference. I thought I misplayed, because the thought I was thinking was, if I block it, wait, because priority is on us to do something, right? His first striker would have killed our angel there. I have to do something to make that relevant. But I suppose if his answer is instant speed removal, then it makes no difference if I do it before or after declaring blocks, except that I actually lose the Leafkin Druid if I do it before blocks. So I guess it was better to do it after blocks, but anyways. All right, what's that? Hit us for some damage. We got an 0-3 that we can play onto the board. Pack Beast and Scanner is fine as well. I just didn't draw a land here. So I think this is Druid plus Pack Beast. I don't care if he removes these, right? So although I do kind of want to like protect, it doesn't really matter. Let's play the Pack Beast first. Since if he does have that card that makes me counter unless I pay 1, I'd rather the Pack Beast resolve. It's fine. Could hold up Ascension here. Ascension definitely is nice with the Shield Mare, but I can do that later too. I'm not in a rush. Gets the 4/4 flyer on the board immediately, but again, I'm just not in a hurry for that. I'm happy to have Ascension protect other things too. Yeah. Yep, exactly. Commander's Brew, but I don't want an ambush a 2/2 or a 1/1. I want to ambush a flyer, right? Ideally. And I have other good plays, right? So we can hold this as a good play. It is a very good play with the Shield Mare, but it's not. We're not in a rush for it. And I kind of would like to do that, not playing into open mana. He had cancel mana up last turn, and whereas I don't care if either of these are canceled, I kind of care about the other. So see, like now, like the flyer is a lot more valuable. I can 2-for-1 him again, which seems really nice. 2-for-2 really, because Rousing Reed draws him a bunch of cards. Yeah, but Shield Mare is another good target to play Ascension Burst, right? Because if he bounces my Shield Mare in response, great. All right, so we have 3 and annoyingly this is 2 and so we have 8 mana, but only if I play a creature first. So I can't Shields down here. Can't have I don't have the white mana. That sucks. So we're like 1 white mana off. If this was no, it wouldn't matter because this can't provide that. All right, so we have this 3/3 flyer. I actually think this is Warden, believe it or not. We'll take another 3 in the air, but we're at 1 billion health, or 20 anyways. Yeah. All right. Maybe white land on there was fine too, because then I could Herald plus hold up Ascension. Maybe Plains was too quick to get rid of that. Okay. Auto tap. That was planned tapping. I'm fine with this. Having 1 white land up wouldn't have helped me. I tapped wrong, maybe. You should be really clear if you're going to tell me I'm flat out wrong. You should be confident in that. But you're wrong, because I can't get 2 mana out of the Druid until I play my 4th creature. I actually described that out loud earlier in the turn. Druid does not tap for 2. Druid taps for 2 when I have 4 creatures. So I can't get a 4th creature in play first while saving my white mana. I said that out loud when I said that, guys. Like, it seems really kind of shit to be backseating me there for that one. All right. How are we feeling about trading the Pack Beast off for the Thallid? I feel fine with that. This is a Vigilant Attacker. We have 6 mana. This is now worth 4, so if we play this pre-combat, or 3 rather, we could get out something else. I think I do. So I think this is now, I can't have 3rd white mana because we bottomed that, so it's probably Spider Sky Scanner. Alright. Let's draw first. Could scry first, then draw. This is okay too. Alright, do we want planes? We wanted it last turn and we want it next turn. Do I want it enough to keep it? Fine, we'll keep it. Alright. So this is now 4, or 3 rather. So we can just cast our Netcaster here, which is fine. Let's go to combat though. We're going to have 4 even if we lose one of these creatures. I guess he could bounce the Warden, and that would be kind of annoying. It's fine. Telegraph a trick here. I like getting the 3rd mana out. I don't know. Just definitely some ordering issues there. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, we haven't drawn Vivian yet. I'd rather remove the 3/3 than blank the spell. They won't touch Warden with bounces. It's unlikely since it is draw 2 for me, but they might. We don't have Nissa YO. That's Vivian, who's the green walker in our deck. This deck is nice. Having this card early is very powerful. The problem with this card is if you draw it late or top deck it, it's useless, right? Ascension's been a bomb for us. Like, it's blown out like 5 different people. The spiders are super value. Game's been okay. Sleep Paralysis the Angel. That's so valuable for us. We ate the zombie, ate the Rousing Reed, removed our tapped creature to get another one, and then still drew another Sleep Paralysis. It's actually really exciting for us. Sage is fine. Another Angel is fine. I like the Angel pumping the Sky Scanner. So how much mana do I have? I've got 4 and 3 and 2. So it's 9. So 6 and 3. Can't protect anything. I could 5 and 4. Oh, I can't pump though. I could Sage plus develop Axe and equip it. That's 9, right? And then get in for these. Put it on the Sky Scanner. Leave Herald. I think that's the better play. I'm not worried about Wraths from him. Yeah. Doesn't need to be pre-combat. Could be pre-combat though. Don't need that card. The Marauder's Axe needed to be pre-combat, but the other ones didn't. Okay. We haven't seen Vivian at all. It's not somewhat, we just haven't seen her. It's fine. The Wrath's come up twice and been relevant twice. Didn't jump with the sapling. He may be trying to build enough power on the board to block things, so he may not have wanted to because he can't see a way out to win without it. But it might be a different reasoning. I guess the Sky Scanner. Alright, that's probably the best draw in our deck right now because it makes a huge blowout with the 5/7 if he tries to block that. Does Angel first make a difference here? We're going to draw the card we see. So getting a Scry before draw is okay. All right. And then we're swinging. Am I okay trading off the 4/4? Not really. I don't want to let... He might, for example, take this or chump this and get in with that. I want this to be a blowout with the Warden. I don't think I attack with the 4/4 here. He just blocks 3/3 and 2/2, and I don't like it. So we're going to go 5/7 here. I guess, shit, chat, I just fucking missed it. There's a trick here. So this card gets +0/+2 at instant speed, and I'm going to draw a card with targeting with feet. So I just fucked that up. There was a really nice attack, actually, with the Sage. It would have been a hidden trick. This is 7 damage. This is fine. We're going to do 6. I'd rather kill these two. I don't want to put this thing in the graveyard again, particularly. Actually, we got a... No, we get 6 here. It's fine. Yeah, so it feels a little bit bad about the Gnarled Sage attack, 'cause that would have been a really nice attack. Go. Yeah, I saw it after I declared Funky, but I didn't see it before I declared. Punished for holding planes, sure. Wait, doesn't that give +1/+1? Oh, gives it +1/+1 when it returns to the field. So we have 10 mana. We have good attacks with everything. We can pump the Sky Scanner if it goes through. I mean, he's pretty fucked here. I don't think there's a point in playing the Forest, though, right? It doesn't make any difference for the mana. Two pumps. Still dies. Don't think there's any reason to invest the mana. Okay. Maybe I should have played land, but if I played land, I can't do it with the thing. I could have maybe attacked there. Okay. Oh, god damn it. Pops back in and kills my Forest. Oh, man, chat. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So many mistakes, though, today. So many. Like, just insane numbers. Feels pretty bad. I guess sometimes I kill Sleep Paralysis. Is it better than re-equipping this? I kind of want my mana for next turn. I don't hate this as a lethal attacker. Alright. Go. If you wanted to, you could spend more mana pumping Scanner. I can't. I don't have 12 mana. For Scanner to survive there, the Scanner had to get to 4 toughness because the Symbiont has 3 power. And there wasn't a way for me to get to 4 toughness with any amount of pumps. Mine rots himself. I like it. That's a concede, by the way. Another walking zombie. I mean, we're going to win this game. There's enough punts in this game that I don't really know that we deserve to. A lot of them are minor stuff, but really the attacking with the 4/4 last turn for a super blowout combat tricks kind of style thing was a big miss. It could have very easily beat him there. So we gave him too many draws there by mistakes, which always feels bad. Game's complicated though, right? It's the fun part about Magic is it is a complicated game with lots of things that can happen in it, which is fun and interesting. When you're not getting just absolutely screwed by variance, then having these things to think through makes an interesting and entertaining game. So I freely acknowledge that I'm rusty as shit with this game. Over the course of some turns, sure, but he's under enough pressure that trading the 1/1 flyer for his 3/3 is fine. And yeah, it comes back as a 4/4, but it's not super relevant to that board. Is a little bit. It's impossible to not make mistakes, sure, but some of them are easier than others. I'm not saying either way. I'm just like, I want to both acknowledge the mistakes are made on stream and also not feel too bad about it, right? Season of Growth in our opening hand again. This is exactly where you want to draw this card. It's super early. It's kind of crazy how often we're getting it, honestly. Can I see the deck real quick? We have Cardboard Live Up. I can try maybe to show you. Go. 2 mana Angel Creator was a blowout. Angelic Ascension's been really good to me. We were talking about that a little bit earlier in channel. A Vivian. We drew it. That's nice. All right.
Quitters never win.
Thank you, Care Bear. Are we good enough on a 3-2 flyer? I'm good enough on a 3-2 flyer to take this. We'll leave it on top. Okay. If you're not smart enough to know you made a mistake, it doesn't count as one. That is incorrect. I feel like this is a bluff 9 times out of 10. Do I care about trading the spider for his turn in like a temporary pump spell? I'm fine with that. So I think this is just he gains a life here. But if he's got a pump spell, it's fine. Blade Brand. That's an annoying one. Okay. Still his turn. Still okay with that. Don't care about that creature. Alright, what are we looking for? It's not good enough right now, annoyingly. Okay. So next turn, Session Training plus Angelic Ascension for draw seems reasonable. Maybe I could have kept that because it's one of our more powerful cards and just drawn into lands after, but I've got Vivian. What I really want to see is Forest and some blockers, essentially. Don't think I should bottom that? I disagree. I think it's too greedy to keep it. Got Vivian in hand, right? We already have gas. And this tends to be the play I'm forced to make here, unfortunately, right? Double planes. Ouch. Alright. So this is probably Angelic Ascension. Could just trade, but I have nothing right now, right? So here's our decision. So instant speed removal, Strangling Spores. Can't think of another one right now that black has on one black mana to kill our Gale Swooper. He's one off the other fast one. So yeah, but the problem is, do we take the 2? I mean, we can. I can wait a turn or 2 with the Vulture. It's really mana efficient to play the Ascension. It gives us both a scry and a draw to do it. And I think it's on target, the draw. Yeah, it is. So worst case scenario here, we get blown out. Could be another Blade Brand, kill the Angel. I still think I have to cycle here. My hand doesn't do anything right now. I don't have to ambush necessarily. Could block and see, but I'm going to do this. If he has instant speed removal for the Swooper here, it's a little bit of a blowout. But again, this hand doesn't do anything at all. Do we do more damage if we race? Could do. But I think our game plan to win here is fairly reasonable. He main decks Eliminate. Why did he wait then? That's actually fine on this board. Why would he? Oh, it's not. Eliminate's not the target. This is target. Okay. I didn't even remember that card was in here. I thought this was the white hate one, but it's not. That's fine. All right. So mana for Silent Dart this turn. He does possibly play discard. Happy to kill the Vulture, especially while he's tapped out. I take 1 off the life linker. Next turn is Trusty Pack Beast and another draw. That seems fine. Does it matter for mana if I play this out? So next turn I draw. So I'm worried about discard with black, holding the planes for that. If I draw Forest next turn, we're at 4, 5, 6. 4 planes, 5, 6, 7. Vivian and nothing, or Pack Beast. Doesn't really change anything. I think I just wait with the white mana in hand. Yeah. It can't kill the 3/2 flyer. Because converted mana boss. Okay. That card's super scary. It is a flyer, so Vivian just pluses on it. But we haven't drawn Forest yet. And just keep drawing planes, which kind of sucks. I can recollect here as well. It's not good enough here. I need Forest. It's too bad. The card's another decent card. Angelic's here, but Angelic is a lot less good as a combat trick. And additionally, we have a Vivian. So I think this is just play out Dart for mana efficiency. Hold the planes, call it a turn. This card's going to fuck my day up if we don't get an answer to it. Vivian can minus on it, though, which is probably good enough. Yeah, I know. First time we've drawn Vivian in 7 games. And also can't play it. So now it's Dude, that's 3 for him off that. That's annoying. Alright, there's Forest. So maybe we should count the last turns. This is now 5, 7, 8. So we're still off. We can't protect the Vivian. If we minus on Vivian, Vivian's at 5. Goes to 2, dies to the Bloodletter. I could leave it at 1 and kill the Bloodletter, which means the Patrician doesn't kill it. I don't have an answer to the Patrician later, but plussing Vivian's still valuable. And I can try to bleed value for long enough so I can recollect it and do it again. It's not going to be the same turn because I don't have a 3rd green source. I don't like having 2 lifelink on the board here too. I could, that's the other play, is I can kill Bloodletter with Dart, but Dart's expensive. I can't play Vivian and Dart. So I could Dart, wait a turn, take 1, then Vivian onto a board, but he can develop with other things too. I think I will wait and Dart the Bloodletter. Actually should have been, I think that's a my turn Dart, not a their turn Tart, right? Because what are the things that play around this? +2/+0 or the +2/+2? So I'm not sure letting him untap helped me here. Sooner or later we're going to get punished for misordering our plays like this. Sooner or later. Go. Alright. No more flyers, please. Fucker. Okay. Okay, we can eat the Chaplain now for a draw, which I think is good enough. So Vivian comes down, minus is on the Angel. This doesn't hit any target, right? It's each opponent? Okay. Don't like this, that pause. I'm a bit worried that there's now a feat.
Lost so much already. I won't lose more.
Feat of Resistance blows me the fuck up here. Okay, can't do anything about it though. Alright. Can I afford to play around anything anymore? So we're going to feat end step. We need a green mana to recollect and Vivian on the same turn. We have enough mana to do that already with a green draw. I think I can hold plains, but we're in pretty bad shape. Okay. He might just hit us for 6 in the face, right? 6 in the face is pretty close to beating us. If he has another lifelink of any sort, like 1 more point of life gain, then we get blown out. Interesting draw. Pretty nice draw.
I'll be back, just like before.
Okay, another plains is toxic as fuck. We're always sweeping here. But playing Vivian onto an open board next turn would be amazing. He's going to be revitalized top deck. It's 100% of the time. Alright, we need to stop drawing plains. Plains is so bad for us. I don't even know. This is every plains in our deck, right? We've drawn 9 yet? We've drawn 8.
This place apart. Balance comes.
I can play Shield Mare, it challenges the board. I think that's good enough. I can play Bird, it challenges the board too. That's slightly better. Go. Creature. It's a really weak creature. Could go either way there. Creature triggers Season for another Scry, but Vivian already looks for a creature next turn. Can minus the Avery if I'm worried about it. He's definitely clearly a life gain synergy deck, but I think this is another plus. If we get to ult Vivian, we win the game.
Someone like you.
Happy with that creature on top. Not attacking. Vivian ult wins. Alright, opponent's been drawing nicely, unfortunately. He keeps drawing gas off top of his deck. I feel like the Avery was Avery was really good with his existing board state and not good on this current board state. It's kind of a dead card for him. We'll see. This looks like removal. It's kind of annoying. You're right in the fact that I want creatures, but I want creatures that matter. Oh, that's life gain, and that's so bullshit. That's so bullshit. All right, nice top deck opponent. I can't, I mean, I can, what is, it's Ulta 8. Dude, that's by far, that's